Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where all month long we're talking silver screen blockbusters by doing what we do best, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Hey, what else could we do that's befitting of one of the most pleasurable times of summer merriment? Even though blockbusters don't just apply to the summer months, even though it's prime blockbuster season, they can also apply to the holiday season, November and December. And December 19th, 1997 was no exception, as James Cameron's Titanic made its maiden voyage into theaters and never looked back, not only becoming one of the most highest grossing and most beloved films of all time, but it also made a detour to the Shrine Auditorium in LA where the Oscars are being held, and scooped up 11 of 14 nominations, including Best Director, Best Screenplay, Score and Song, Cinematography, Art Direction, Editing, and yes, Best Picture. Not bad for a film that critics said at the onset would just mimic the Titanic disaster in real life and just sink at the box office because it was one of the most expensive movies ever made. Hey, you gotta pay to play, right? And speaking of which, I paid 50% off $4.99 for this 500-piece Mattel puzzle for fans ages 10 and adult of Jack Dawson, a very smitten Jack Dawson, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, who wasn't really king of the Oscars. He didn't get nominated, but he was certainly indeed king of the world, beginning to smooch the hand of the very hard-to-get Rose DeWitt, played by Oscar nominee Kate Winslet. She and the present-day Rose, Gloria Stewart, failed to win their nominations. The makeup artist even lost. But when you consider 11 out of 14 Oscars, that's not a bad night for everybody involved. Anyway, let's open this up. 500 pieces, and believe it or not, some chunks of the puzzle are already assembled for me, so it should be fairly easy to assemble this puzzle. I said fairly easy and not quick because you know my penchant when it comes to assembling puzzles that aren't really, well, small to begin with, and that are over 150 pieces. If I took like 3 hours to assemble a Vampire Diaries 750-piece puzzle, what could I do with Titanic? Well, give it a good old college try because it's one of my mother's favorite films for sure. And also, a friend of my pal, Tony Lynn, absolutely adores Titanic, so I'm sending a shout out to both of them, well really all three of them, in putting this review together, which took multiple takes to get right. Hopefully it won't take you this long to put together this puzzle. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 claps. By now we all know that exploring the wreckage of the Titanic under the water might not be the safest thing to do. Heck, 2 months ago, 5 people died trying to do so. And as for Netflix re-releasing this beloved film, although 5 people perished in that Ocean Gate Titan implosion, yeah, that has the taste of salt water running through your moral compass, right? In short, it's in bad taste. But hey, they gotta pay to play too, right? Even though they're paying a different price. And 5 people pay the ultimate price for trying to explore Titanic. But no matter. Its heart will go on. Especially when it comes to collector's merchandise. Thanks for watching. Check out more TSR by clicking on another awesome review like this one, top left. And be sure to subscribe by clicking top right. Until next time, I'll catch you on the Thrift Store.